If you're using visuals in your presentation, then inevitably there will be some text. So it's advisable to use as few words as you possibly can. But what is important is that the text that you use can be read clearly. Now this can be achieved two ways. The one is by having your letters big enough, so the font size needs to be sufficiently big. Also choose a font that is easy on the eye. But the second important thing is that the color of the font and the background complement one another. In other words, if you have a dark background, you want to have a light font, and if you have a light background, you want to have a dark font. So typically a white or a yellow or some lightish type of background would then go well with a black, a dark maroon, a dark blue, a dark green, a charcoal, that kind of font. If you have a dark background, you need to avoid those colors. Then you're looking at a white font, yellow, light orange, light green. But there is a color that you want to avoid on both backgrounds, and that is red. And one of the reasons is that if you're in a room where there's a lot of light about, particularly if there's a light shining on the screen, the first color that will disappear is red, and people at the back or people with poor eyesight will not be able to read that text at all. So your objective in terms of using text is as little as possible, make sure it stands out, and if possible, try and use images to convey the message, because generally the more text you have, the less they're going to be listening to what you're saying, because they're actually going to be reading the text.